Good morning, traders. New York session starts in a few minutes and I will show you what the market looks like for today and how to trade it. The same as always, let's go to the chart with the USDT dominance of Tether. Let's see what we have here. Right now in the daily time frame from the previous videos that we talked about, we are still on top of this support here. As you can see, the support 8.15. Here we've been here for a while now, and if you remember from the Friday's video that we talked about, we are going to be here for a while, and we've talked about it. We show the fractals from other parts of the charts. For example, we talked about this side here, the entire, I'm going to just draw this here, the entire section, as you can see, before we break above or make another move. Or here, we've been here from here, let me draw this so you can see it better. All the way down here, how many days? It's been for about 68 days, and well, I mean, it was like 2 months we were in this box, right? So these are the consolidations. These are it can be accumulation or distribution, which in this case there's a good chance that it might be a good distribution, meaning that the end of the crypto bearish momentum is close, but not as close as what we think, because we do have the chart in the higher time frames on the daily, on the 4 hours. So we have to wait and see when we will exit this range. And then once we exit this range, meaning that once we broke below the 8.15, then the bullish market in crypto is gonna start. Again, you know that when the USDT falls, when it goes bearish, then the entire crypto market is going to be bullish. Well, there are other factors that if it's going to be just the Bitcoin with a few of the altcoins, or if it's going to be majorly altcoins, the ratio is different, whole another story. But for now, we are here in this, between these two targets. Right now, we have hit this low. We have hit this low 8.15, well, close enough to it, right? I might have changed it a little bit. It was a little bit higher, but yeah. So we were here, and right now on the 4 hour time frame, it seems like it's looking to go a bit higher. Why I'm saying this is that, first of all, check this out. We talked about this box, the red box here that we have. This is a huge it's a huge support or resistance level. Okay, this is an important level. As you can see, we've had multiple touches. We've had this touch here, just 3 touches here, and then another 3 touches here. We went down and then hit it again. Let me see if I can find my brush here. You can see we have hit it here, all this 3 touches here, 3 touches here. We hit it here again. It acted, once we broke below this, it acted as a resistance, and we went all the way down, then come here again above this, and right now it seems like it wants to break it and move along all the way up to here. Okay, this is not yet established, this is not yet confirmed, and you have to wait until the time comes. Okay, how we know this? One of the reasons is that right now the entire leg that we had here. Okay, let me first of all get rid of these drawings here. Right now, this leg that we have here, this is right now we are in the pullback of this leg. Okay, this is the most important piece right now. We can look at it. I'm going to draw a Fibonacci to better understand it. From the bottom of this all the way to the top. Okay, on the Fibonacci side, you can see that we try to push lower. We try to push lower than the 68% of it. Okay, I will draw this here so you can see the numbers here. This is exactly also the same zone that I talked about it in the previous video. I drew this here once we were all the way on this top here. And right now we are in this box, okay, in this white box. Closing above this box and moving forward, mostly in the lower time frames, the higher highs and higher lows, the same things that we always talk about in all the videos. It's going to give us more confidence that the price is going to go all the way towards this target of 8.86. Okay, This is 4-hour time frame. I don't expect it to be happen right now today, but this is the target if we have more higher highs and higher lows on the lower time frames. But this is how it looks right now. We had a nice reaction to this level, and we have to see what it looks like in the lower time frame. In the other chart, if you remember this green box, this is something that we drew together about more than a week ago. I think, yeah, it was about like more than 10 days ago, or like 12 days ago or something. We drew this together. This was from a very strong base. Right now I'm in the 1 hour, the hourly time frame of USDTD. This is again another very strong zone here that we touched it multiple times. Okay, we touched it here, and then we went all the way up to here. Okay, this was a huge long for us. Well, in the crypto market it's going to be a short, but you know that we're talking about the dominance, the USDTD. We can't trade this, but just on the chart perspective, we had one there, and then we had another one here that right now, this one, let's see how much it moved the price about more than like 4%, which is a lot in the USDTD. Again, we had it here. So these are all good trades. Okay. Oh shoot. Where's my brush again? Okay, come here. All right, perfect. So we had this again. We pushed up. Price couldn't go above. Again, you know this. We've talked about this. You should know this. You should be able to recognize it by finding the highs and lows. Okay, for example, here we had this high, and then the other high, the next one, it couldn't break above it. We also talked about it in another video. It couldn't break above this. So once it can't break above it, we expect more bearish from here. That's how we know that it's not going to go all the way up to here. Okay, now we expected more bearish, and then from here it acted as a support, the green box that we were talking about, and right now we hit it again. We hit it again. And what is important right now, check this out. The same as here. You see we had one high and then the next high. This is very important. Right now we have the same scenario, the same situation. We hit it here, we hit it actually twice, and right now we have this high. New York session has not started the time that I'm right now recording this video. So I have to wait and see if I can break above this. I'm on the hourly time frame. If this breaks above, if this high breaks above this one, I'm going to also add one line here so we know what is the highs. You see right now it made an absolute perfect double top, and I have to wait to see if it can close above it, or if the next candle can close above it. But if it rejects and if it goes down, then I would expect this green box to be broken and come all the way down here. And come all the way down here. Shoot, where's all the way down to the bottom of this green box, and then all the way to this white box that we have here. Okay, this is how we identify if it's going to go above or lower. All right, but for now we've had two perfect touches, and it has not yet shown any weakness. So we still have time. Let's see how it's going to close in the New York session, and this will show us the exact path if we have to long the market or short the market. But these are the two scenarios that right now we have. For the next candle, that is going to be when you're watching this video on the New York session, you will see that if it broke above this, I'm going to also put a price tag on it so you have a better understanding. But go to your hourly time frame in Strategy Trader or Trading View. Both are the same. You can go and mark this high here, draw a line, draw a perfect horizontal line, and then see if it's going to break above it or lower than this. Let me go to the, oh, by the way, also the lower time frames helps too. Okay, the lower time frame, right now you can see that we are trying to make, okay, I'm going to get rid of these. So you can see that right now we are trying to make one head and shoulder pattern here. So this head and shoulder, it can both go up or down. So the only thing that can give us more confidence is that if it closes above this, okay, if we have a close above this previous high that we've had here. Okay, I'm going to draw it here, from this previous high. I'm going to move to Bitcoin and see how the Bitcoin looks like for now. On the daily time frame, we've talked about this multiple times, that right now on the daily time frame we've had this beautiful beautiful double top. We talked about it, and we do expect more bearish from here because the entire trend is also bearish, and from here it couldn't break this high. Okay, I'm going to draw the line for you so you can also see it better. It couldn't break this high here, the 67k. It couldn't break above this, so we do expect more bearish. But if you remember from the Friday's video, what we talked about it was that there's also one scenario that it can go to this box and then move up here. Okay, this is the perfect setup for Wyckoff, and in the Wyckoff, what we talked about is we have one pullback to the 30% to 50%, which is the optimal trading entry, and then the price is going to move all the way. It can go all the way to the top of this FVG, which is about 70k. All right. Well, for now, we have to see how it looks like for the lower time frames. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour and hourly and see how we have to trade this. I don't want to make this video longer than this because you already know everything that you have to know, and everything's pretty straightforward, everything pretty simple. All right, before going through this, I will jump to the 15 minutes because I saw a very nice setup and I wanted to show you. Unfortunately, I think I might be, oh wait, no, I'm not too late. Okay, I'm not late, but all right, on the 15-minute time frame, this setup that you see, you know that this is a very beautiful head and shoulder. Okay, and we try to break below this. We've had this bullish trend from here, from this bottom all the way to the top, but then from here it is trying to break down, it is trying to break below. Okay, breaking below this line, the reason I wanted to show was because of this shadow. It was not formed yet, and I wanted to say this would be a good, we can actually catch this all the way to the previous high. But right now it's already been filled, it's already been done, but we can still wait and see. If we don't break above this line, this is for 15 minutes. If you're a scalper, this is useful for you, this is good. If we don't break above this line, then we are still in the short. Okay, so we have to wait. For example, I can draw, let me first clean up a little bit. I can draw Fibonacci from this high to this low. Okay, and my 15-minute chart time frame, from this high, I will put it here, to this low, I drew one Fibonacci, and from the 15%, I can't expect more. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see the 50% of this leg here. It is also a nice, let me draw one line here. I will draw this so you can see it better. The white line that you see, it is also a nice trend line based on the rest of it. So in the history of the market, in the previous pieces, you can see that here it touched it, acted as a very important support, pushed the price higher, came down here, it still pushed it in the lower time frame, it acted as a support, but right now it can act as a good resistance. I'm not sure if you can catch this by the time I upload this video. I will do it in a few minutes, but from this 50% to all the way, you can see that, I mean, I don't need to really talk about this. Even the strategy trader chart, this 15-minute bearish order block, it's something that the strategy trader chart had for us. It can give us a nice short position from here too. So you have to wait for confirmation. You know that you have to go to the lower time frames, you have to wait for lower lows, and then once it is confirmed, then you can enter the position. Again, you must do all of this in your demo accounts. No real money should be involved. Trading is pretty much risky. Whatever I say or anyone else says can be ignored by just one simple news or anything like that. I don't want to get into the any of those conspiracy theories, but you know that the market is pretty volatile. Okay, do not risk anything. These are just for educations that you know you can have a better understanding of how charts work. All right, next things. So right now this setup, this structure, it's trying to break. And if it breaks down, once we saw the rejection from here, it can go all the way down to the 64K, and even below that, even it can come to the 63K, okay? So it's going to give us a very nice range, and this is a big one, all right? So wait for it once it's confirmed, and you can see this setup that it tried to create a higher high, but it couldn't. It failed at this point. It failed at this point, and there's a good chance that we go lower. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame and also hourly. On the 4-hour time frame, it's the same. Right now we have a lot of liquidity below all of these lows, okay? Below all of these lows. Right now we have a lot of liquidity. Let me draw this for you. This red one here, this red one, these are all untouched liquidity, okay? Once we have untouched liquidity, it means that the market is eager to grab those liquidity and use them as fuel for itself. So there's a good chance that we can meet those levels. Or right now, I know that people may think the entire momentum might be bullish, but from what we can see here and what we saw in the USDT dominance of Tether, there are a lot of untouched liquidity that the price can still move back to them, and we can still grab them and go lower. And remember, unless we break above this line here, the red line, we're not bullish. You have to wait for that breakout, and then we can go higher. On the hourly time frame is the same. We've already talked about it. I mean, the 15 minutes is more or less the same as the hourly. We've had a lot of nice touches. If you had this strategy trader, you could have had this great zones, as you can see, perfect touch, and then move all the way higher. And these are all good short-term scalps. Definitely get the strategy trader if you don't have it already. But for our next targets, we can hope for this area. You know that once we make a lot of candles in one piece of area, and then the price pushes higher. Let's say this one, okay, this piece here we had a lot of candles here. It created a zone, and then from here it pushed the price higher. Okay, you can see that it pushed the price all the way to the here. What it tells us is that this is an important zone. This is a very preferable zone for the buyers, for the people who are, for all the bulls. Okay, so they like this zone. It means that once we touch back again, oh, also we had another touch here. So it means that once we touch it back here, there's a good chance that we see some bounces. Not as high as the previous one, but again, up to some Fibonacci levels, to 30%, 50%, we can see some bounces here. Also, once we broke down this will act as a resistance. What it means is that if we break up below this, then I can wait for a pullback again to this level, and then from here I can open my short. I will never open my short at this position. Give me 1 second. Let me grab my brush here. Oh God, where is it? Okay, perfect. I will have this as my favorite. The brush here. So what we have here, once we break above, I'm not going to short this piece, okay? I'm not going to get FOMO. It's gonna go below this. I'm not gonna get FOMO. I will have to wait until I have a pullback to this level. And then from here, I can short all the way down to the other level. So do not grab any of the legs in the middle way. You have to wait. For example, from here, once we're going up, let me go to the, from here, the way we had to trade this is that we're not going to trade it here once we have a breakout. No, many people put a lot of positions, limit positions mostly here, and once it breaks out, we don't expect to go higher. What we have to do is to wait for this one or this one. You see, there's always a pullback to these levels, and then we can push the price higher. The same goes here. If we go here, you have to wait for this pullback, and then we can expect more low, and we have the better target and entry. Remember, trend is important, but what is most important is the best entry. Even if we are in a downtrend, if we're in a full bearish and you want to open a long and that long is on a nice support level, then you're confident that at least you can exit. Even in the worst case scenarios, the price is going to pull back to that level, so you can exit with lower amount of stop loss. Okay, so your risk is going to be lower. This is the most important piece in your tradings, that you have to make the nice entry as much as possible. You have to find the best support and resistance so you can enter or exit at those best targets. I hope this video was good and useful for you. I will see you in the next one, and stay safe. Please do not trade on the real money unless you understand everything and you do have some good results on your demo accounts. Have a great day.